What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the shop. I am standing in front of the 4010 turned around backwards with the sprayer on it, just to give everybody an update. Got the weights into the front of it and got it topped off with transmission fluid, hydraulic fluid, and got the sprayer hooked onto it. I have sprayed 100 gallons of 2,4-D here 2 days ago. We have some wild carrot growing up real bad, but that's the update for the 4010. As far as that, we don't have too much going on. I would like to start on my bench vise project. I've been watching a fellow YouTuber by the name of Fireball Tool on YouTube here, and I bought his plans for a bench vise, and I picked up the metal for it a couple weeks ago. This is a 4-inch wide, come on GoPro. This is a 4-inch wide vise that it has a jaw opening of 16 inches. If you have not run into him before, he's got a heck of a vise. That is what he calls the hardtail, and been absolutely impressed by what those vices will do. So this is kind of his do-it-yourself kind of thing. So I bought the plans for it, and I'm going to build it. So first things first that I need to do is clean off our bench. So I'll work on that, try to get a decent work area going here. We have a bolt project that we're working on over there that we need to finish, and I need to rip the seam out of this, which I got high-speed steel to be able to do that. Yeah, this is a 4-inch piece that I need to trim down to where it'll go inside here and be able to make a slug, basically, which I have 2.5 by 3.5 steel pipe over there that will slide in between in here. So I need to cut off a piece, make a slug basically, bend over the edges where it'll receive this piece, and rip that seam going all the way through it. My idea here is make a slug with a pretty substantial back plate to it and use our press and force that slug all the way through. So we'll see if that works. Hopefully it does, and then I'll be able to continue on that project. So anyways, I'm gonna do some cleaning off of camera here, and hopefully here we'll have a start of a project here. Alrighty, I got the bench cleared off. I got my 1/2-inch plate right here. This is my big piece. I'll try to get the fixed jaws out of it, which is what I have right here. I'm gonna get everything measured out. I also got my 4x3 piece here back in the vise. So I'm going to stick y'all on a time lapse, and I'm gonna do some measuring out, and hopefully we'll have some pieces ready to hopefully be cut out before too long here. All right, I got my inch plate mapped out here. The first scribed line here is an inch marking. This will have to be recessed a 1/4 inch. Then this is my cut line, and then it'll be vice versa on this side, cut line. All right, this thing died on me. But what I was saying was it'd be vice versa. This, I still have to make a inch plate for the front here, front jaw end cap. Still have to get to do that. I'll do it with that piece. I got my fixed jaw end pieces mapped out here. You probably can't see those very well, but they're there. I just picked a certain radius, tried to match it on both of them. Let's hope that I get them halfway close, because that's all I'm using there is a compass. So I'm gonna match it and map out the moving jaws on this piece, and then whatever is left on that piece, I will do my little 1/2 inch pieces, such as a bearing holder here or support. And there's one more that I need to do yet. But anyways, I'll keep mapping out. We did try to cut my tube here, but our bandsaw, the bolt that holds this guide on is too short. The half of the threads, not half of the threads, but a portion of the first thread come out, and the bolt is just too short. So I'll have to cut that in the morning when we get some time. That will be my slugged in whatever comes off that piece, so then I can rip out the seam in this 4x3 over here. That'll be the fixed jaw. So anyways, I'll put you all back on time lapse, and I'll continue mapping out the moving jaws here. Alright, that took a little bit to figure out, but I believe I got everything mapped out right there. It took a little bit to get the radiuses right here. That's all for stress relief, as what it says right here. So anyways, I'm going to call it quits for tonight, and hopefully we can get a bolt for the cutoff saw here in the morning, and we'll be able to continue on the project. So anyways, I will pick it up then. Alright, this thing has been going for more than an hour here. Didn't really check it, but it's gonna hit up there at the top. So I'll probably have to flip this piece over and get to that point, but I'm gonna get everything out of the road and I'm gonna get the sprayer out, tractor and sprayer, and I'm gonna mix a batch of brush killer, and I'm going to head to the bits place and spray a batch out and come back and maybe mix another batch. So I'm gonna let this go for a little bit longer and then I'll stop it and then flip it over, and we'll go from there. All right, got my piece flipped over. It is not gonna line up. We're off just a little bit. You can tell there. I'm off pretty good by the time it gets down to that far. So we'll need to do an adjustment on that before we do another piece. And also got 2 gallons of chemical into our 200-gallon spray tank here, and it is filling. Got the PTO on so it'll agitate, and get this thing filled up and get it down the road. Just over 140 gallons, probably getting closer to 150. Still gotta get up to that line up there. it back here to the shop. Been working at trying to get this piece out. It was leaking really bad on me down there, and so trying to work on a deal to be able to hold on to the ears on the inside of the tank. That's what Dad's trying to work on now, is trying to measure out what 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 and whatnot from everything, so we can hang on to the ears inside the tank, because right now everything wants to turn when we try to deal with that. So meanwhile, waiting to get that piece cut, well, I got my slug made here. It's pretty close. It's a little bit smaller than what my slug is, so hopefully that don't make it a problem. So anyways, that is ready to go down a tube here, but I need a flat piece of metal that'll go inside to where it'll press, so I can use the press and press it through. Alrighty, we got this thing with about 20 gallons of water in it. We ended up taking it apart, and then the rubber ring was good, so we stuck it back together partially here. We're gonna let it sit, see if it leaks any, but so far nothing. Whoop. I just want to drip, unless it's more condensation than it is anything. But anyways, we're gonna let it sit here for a couple days and see what it does. Alright everybody, here is the end of the video. I do apologize that it's kind of back and forth, but this is what we had going on for the weekend. Hopefully this week we'll be able to get back out and spray another load. My dad told me that he stopped in yesterday on Sunday here, and there was not a drop underneath that sprayer. So hopefully we'll be back down to bits and get another couple of loads off and get some trees to die. So anyways, my Vise project is coming along nicely. I know it was a lot of back and forth, but I'll be working on that a lot this week here, so be looking for another video on that, besides spraying too, I'm sure. So anyways, if you got to this point in the video, which it's obvious you did, it sure does mean a lot, and thank you. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We got a lot more projects coming, as well as hay, which will be starting up very soon. So anyways, without further ado, if you like this sort of content, give the video a thumbs up, and with that, we'll see you all in the next one.